So story time. I was walking like in Phaeton, smelling the fresh bloody air, and I seen a cute Deathblade and tried to inspect her. And I was like, huh, it's an alt. It's an alt Deathblade. So a 1460 surge that actually had 5x3. I was like, damn. Then I checked the spec number and it's 1450. So before you call me a stalker, I thought it was a bug. I actually did not believe that someone could have a 5x3 setup and have 1450 spec. And when I checked her accessory, she did not have any accessory above 30 quality, and I was amazed. And that taught me something. A lot of people don't know the importance of spec for Surge. And this is why I'm making this video, to show you the difference between high spec Surge and low spec Surge. It's really important. So I will try to replicate the engraving and spec setup. She was running Curse Doll, and I would remove Raid. If it's your first time here, you want to know why I have Raid here. I'm not a Curse Doll peasant. I play Raid. I made a rotation for it. I made like my own build. You can check it. It's on my channel, and you can convert to my church. I am a Raid Captain believer, so you can check that out. But we will go with Curse Doll for now, and I would put here 1450. We will only test one rotation's damage and compare it to a high spec 4x3. Okay, so it dealt 81.5. Now we will check, we will remove Curse Doll, so we have a 4x3 setup, and we would increase this to 1700. You might say, why 1700? It's unrealistic. It is realistic in a 4x3 setup, and I'm going to show you how to get 1700 for your alt in a 4x3 setup. Just for now, let's do the testing, then I'm gonna tell you how to get this much spec. Okay, you've seen that. It's 83 million.5. So it dealt more damage than the 5x3 setup. However, I think in the if I remember, I think in the other run, Soul Absorber didn't crit, and here it did crit. So you might need to reduce like a 3 million damage from here. So let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's say it did only 80. Let's say the 5x3 setup did a million more. Let's say it did a million more. So if we do some calculation, it would be 80 on, because we're reducing 3 million with considering Soul Absorber crit. So that's almost like 2% damage, or even less, 1.3% damage. So you basically spent so much gold, and getting like a class ingredient on accessory, I know it's expensive, but you should not get 10 quality, 20 quality, 30 quality. You should never get under 50 quality. Like, that's the reason why in other regions, like, low quality gets, like, it's so cheap. This is the reason why. Because a 4x3 high spec is way better. And mind you, this is just for Surge. Like, remaining doesn't get affected by it as much. But the reason why is because Surge is 70% of your damage. So what you do when you get a 5x3 setup that is low quality, you're increasing the damage of your basic skills and reducing the damage of surge. That 15% you're gonna get from curse though, it's not going to compensate for the loss from the loss damage from spec, and the damage from spec is a multiplicative and it's not additive like curse doll. So, and mind you, I have max level tripods, so you will see better results here. But if you're like playing an ult that doesn't have great tripods, you're gonna see almost no difference in damage between a low quality 5x3 and a high quality 4x3. And now, since I told you I will show you how to get a 1700 4x3 setup, it's really easy. Like, let's say you have 12 books, 12. Let's say you have 12 grudge books and 12 ambush master books. Or, I'm tripping. Like, if you're playing it as an alt, you probably would only have one book. Let's say you have grudge. Let's say you don't have ambush master. It's better to put the class ingredient second. Let's say, since it's really easy to get 9 surge. So let's say you have 12 grudge and 9 surge. All you need is a 7-5 stone. I have an 8-5. All you need is 7-5. It's really easy. And let's say you have here, because I have raid, let's say you have, instead of raid, you have ambush master 5 and adrenaline 7. You would need to finish grudge 3 with surge 3. So you would get it on the ring. You would get 3 surge, 3 grudge. Then the second ring, you would get 3 surge, 3 adrenaline, and then you finished 2 engraving here. You finished surge and you finished grudge. And the reason I told you to get it on the ring is because I know even though it's 3-3, I'm telling you to get 3-3, you might still find it a little bit expensive in the high quality side. So you might end up settling for a blue quality ring. So even if you got a blue quality ring, it's still a good deal. And you're gonna leave the necklace, the earring, and the other earring for the solo accessories. You're gonna leave them for the solo ingredients. So since you already have a 7 adrenaline and you already gave it a 3, so now you only need a 5 adrenaline. So you're gonna get a 5 adrenaline. Now adrenaline is done. Now what's left is 2 5s ambush master. So you're gonna get 5 ambush master in the other in the last earring and 5 ambush master in the necklace. And since you're getting 5 solo engraving and only 5 points, so as you see here, when you get 5 points of an engraving that is alone, not when and it's not with another business slot, you would get it for the cost of fiance. Like, it's 900 gold, it's nothing. So you would have 3 accessories that are 100 quality, and you would end up doing the same damage or just a little bit less than someone with a 5x3 setup with low spec. Go get your spec. That's the point of this vid.